Yo, what's great in the state, man? It's G-Money, and I am joined by
Phil.
DB.
And welcome to the inaugural episode of the Edge of the Seat Reviews. And today we're going to be talking about the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. We've been waiting for this for a while. The original movie came out in, what, 2017?
2017, yes.
You have no clue. 2017, and it was lackluster at best.
It was terrible.
It was trash.
Well, all right. Well, yeah, it was that. Well, after a while, we got the Zack Snyder cut. It just dropped a couple days ago. We all saw it. It's long as hell. So
Number one.
long as hell.
Number one, it was
So,
long.
Let's start. Before we dive into it, what did you think of the movie overall? Before we start chopping into it.
Okay, overall.
Overall.
All right, so the best way I think of it is like a book report. All right, so the first one was, hey, I have a book report due tomorrow. And so I have to rush, Google and Wikipedia all these facts and type it up. And whatever it is, it is.
Okay, that was the first.
That's the first of 2017. Now this one is the overachiever. This is like normal days homework. And this guy went to a library, researched books and books and books, and wrote a 5-page essay for a homework assignment. He's the nerd that went overboard, and it was still bad. Yeah, so either way, they're two bad movies. One was more coherent than the other.
All right. What do you think?
First movie, I was just bad. I think it was somebody attempting to do what Marvel could do and failed at it. The remake is what I call it, and then to me it's more like if I tie it to something like construction or painting or something. You just painted over trash and just with a cool paint coat, but you didn't take care of none of the things under the paint that, like you didn't sand the wall and you didn't fix the cracks, and you didn't do anything but throw up a new thing of paint. And while some of it looked good, of course, you get like Steppenwolf, who looks amazing in the movie, you don't really get the quality that would have came if you took the time to do the work and make it look like it's supposed to look. And that's what made it even more trash.
Okay, so I liked it. I guess I should have went first.
Yeah,
I liked it. So the first one was lackluster. The second one, which should have been the first one, but
that's why I would call it the original.
Technically, this was the first.
This is what it was supposed to. Well, not even necessarily what it was supposed to be.
It was
2 hours, 4 hours.
Well, this was his original cut. He did the original movie, but rest in peace to his daughter. His daughter passed away.
Yeah, sadly.
Which is why he stepped away.
Now there's still some rumors
There's some context I don't know.
There's still some rumors that he had actually gotten fired before that happened, but that was the thing that got him completely.
Well, his daughter actually died.
But that was the big thing
But rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
But I like this movie. I will say, if this was the version that would have dropped in 2017, I would have been more optimistic going forward about DC movies.
Question. I got a question then.
Okay.
Would you have one 4-hour movie?
Are you saying it should have been 4 hours?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Because there's no way I would say.
I will tell you.
So should it have been chopped in half? Would you have watched the first half?
Probably not.
And then paid to watch the second half?
So, to me, I feel like they could have made it 3 hours, because I sat and watched Endgame in the theater 3 times.
And it felt like an hour and a half or something like
What
that.
I'm saying? I watched Endgame 3 times in the theater before I even watched it at home. So I would have stuck around for a 3-hour movie.
Okay.
This movie, I probably would have watched maybe twice in the theater. Now, like I said, I enjoyed the movie. There was a lot of things that they took out of. There's a lot of things that they took out of the theatrical release. Which I'm so happy for. A lot of things were done different. It almost, a lot of people say it's like a totally different movie. And to a fault.
It is. It is. Well, a lot of the thing is Zack Snyder made it.
Jumping into it.
Yeah, Zack Snyder made it a point to say that he was not using any of the footage that was from the 2017 film that he didn't shoot.
Okay.
So the only stuff that was in the 2017 movie and the stuff that was in this one was stuff he had shot. They basically reshaped the movie during their reshoots, which every big budget film has, and that was when they brought in Joss Whedon, and supposedly all the problems of the toxic work environment came into play. Okay, let's start with this. Should we be good? Should we be nice first, or go into?
That's what I was asking earlier.
Yeah, I need to know.
Because I got nice things to say.
I need to know.
I might have trashed it, but
let's do our positives and negatives.
Okay.
Let's do the positives and then let's do the negatives.
Okay, now flip. Okay, now as far as positive, what I did. Yeah, I have to. I have to flip the switch because I'm ready.
He was ready.
I'm ready. Now positives. It was coherent. It made sense. It continued the story that started with Man of Steel, continued into the Batman movie, continued into Suicide Squad, not with Wonder Woman. We'll talk about that. Or Shazam. Well, but those happened after.
Right.
But I'm talking before this movie was supposed to hit, it hit all the marks. It continued with Ben freaking Affleck as Batman, and I will go down and say he has been the best portrayal of Batman that there has ever been since Adam fucking West. I'm just saying.
I disagree.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I
love whys.
Before you, where does Adam West rank as your Batman?
Adam West is amazing. It's
what type of Batman?
Adam West is amazing. If you don't think so, you don't get it.
Let me throw a caveat in there. So, do you subscribe to when there comes to an actor playing Batman that there's playing Batman and playing Bruce Wayne?
Yes.
And then being able to somebody's either good at one, somebody's either good at two, or one the other, or somebody's good at both.
Somebody that is good.
So what is Adam West?
Adam West is good at both. That's just facts.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. But Affleck, this is Batman. This is Batman. If you really go from the cartoons to the comic books, this is the quintessential Batman, as in checking off the personality points. He was stoic, he had purpose. You could see the story, the progression from being this disillusioned guy that's been doing it for so long and pissed off at the world and blaming some alien for a 9/11-esque event to, oh crap, I messed up. I need to fix this. I know something's coming.
Yeah.
I know something's coming, and I just screwed up by leading this guy to dying, and so I got to make up for it. I got to get these people together. And you saw that progression. You saw that story.
You did.
And another thing is he was still the truth. Even he did not look like he was weak in any of the situations in this movie. Even though he is he doesn't have any powers. He was still handling his own through this movie and still doing what it needs to take to lead this team and to get them together, which, amazing. The Flash, awe-inspiring. I'm going to just say that. Even though there were certain things I did not like, he didn't seem less like a man-child as he did in the original one. They made him a sidekick, essentially, in the original movie. Now, in this movie, he had some good comic relief, and he had a purpose. Even though he was a jokester, he still was smart. You could still... As he is, which is what the Flash is. He jokes about a situation, but again, he knew who Batman was. Big fan of Superman, but he also led his expertise to the plan of what they needed to do to power up Cyborg and everything. And let me just say, WB proved they messed up with what they did to Cyborg. That was his movie. He was the protagonist.
It should have been called Cyborg and the Justice League.
And God, I come from a world.
Even though he wasn't really called Cyborg in the movie.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
Well, no, yeah,
he was mentioned to be
the Cyborg. Yeah, they called him that. But God, his acting, like for a new actor to debut in a big budget film and do that.
He was very. I don't know if it's believable.
No, it made sense. Well, it made sense to the reality.
Yeah,
it
like
made sense.
His issue. Like his acting was good because of what he was dealing with.
Because he was believable. It's what a person would deal with.
Being a cyborg.
It's what that person would deal with.
He's dealing with death of his mother.
He was brooding more than Batman was.
Yes,
very much so.
And it made sense.
Yeah,
very much so.
It made sense.
Sit outside like watching the kids play football, and
constantly depressed about being a cyborg and being something that he died,
Yeah.
almost as if he wanted to be dead, but he couldn't be dead because
Yeah.
his dad did some shit, but then his dad wasn't really
And
in
then-
his life, so he was mad about that too. He had a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
Kind
Amazing.
of black manish.
And the ending was way better. The ending was way better. The effects were way better. The action was on point. It was
Rated R.
it was epic.
Was that? Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It was rated R,
Yeah,
but
Rated R,
I'm not
so
taking.
it's
I would
like
never
you
take
do a
that
little
away.
bit more,
I can't take that away.
and then what's my other good? Yes, and then God, there was a big one. But yeah. As far as coherency, the movie made sense. It fit the reality. Oh, the effects. Steppenwolf. Wow.
Who else was it? Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf,
Cyborg.
Darkseid,
So good.
Cyborg, like all the effects that they had were top notch in this film. Like you could tell the work was actually put in. Same thing with the music. They had the original composer, Junkie XL. He was back on there. He was the one that did Batman vs Superman and stuff, and the music just made more sense and had that epic feel. It did go across with that epic feel with telling a better story.
I feel like it did
and
that.
so that's my good side.
Like, so for me, dialogue was way better.
Yes.
There was no more of those cheesy jokes.
There were, but
You know, I mean, well,
I feel you.
there were, but like the theatrical release, like there was a part in the first movie where when they was in the ship and they was in Superman's ship. Superman's ship and Aquaman is just talking about, I might really be scared because blah blah blah. Then it turns out, oh, sitting on the left
That's
of the
the
truth.
truth. Yeah, that was pretty cheesy.
they
You know
took
what
that
I'm
out,
saying?
did they?
Yes, they took a lot of stuff out.
That was
A lot of stuff
very
that didn't
cheesy.
need
They
there.
took that out.
That was
didn't-
cheesy.
Yeah.
Like there's a matter of
I
fact.
didn't mind that joke though, but
Yeah,
it
I was gonna
cheesy.
say,
it was cheesy, but I
cheesy.
didn't mind that.
I think it ran too long, and if they would have cut that really short, like
Yeah.
just oh my God, you were very hot, and then he looks down and he's sitting on the lasso of truth, that would have been really funny.
Right.
Yeah,
But they did let it run a little too long.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah,
like,
yeah. I barely
in the
remembered it, but
dialogue,
I actually
you
think
get
I
to
like that.
understand Arthur a little bit.
Yeah.
more.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He gets a couple scenes either underwater and on land where where you really get to see who he really is, and he's not just this
Question.
big guy.
Do you understand Arthur more because you've seen Aquaman, or do you understand Arthur more because of Justice League?
I've seen Aquaman, but I'm not using Aquaman as a basis.
I know, but like your brain could be like, yeah, I
okay,
understand Aquaman a little bit
like,
more.
Yeah, that's
I'm
that's
talking about like
yeah.
the scene they're underwater and Norman Osborn is down in there with him. You
that's
know,
Volko. Volko.
I
know
wait a
what you
minute.
mean.
But it's Norman Osborn.
I was like, what? I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
They're talking and he's talking about why he doesn't want to do this and that, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
get
You're
it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I get that. You know, I
Or I was
love
like,
Steppenwolf's design. Not only did I like his design, I love the whole
What
he's
he
an
was-
outcast.
what he
trying
was
to-
doing it for, yes.
What he's trying to get
Yes.
back in Darkseid's good. But the only thing
He's simp.
they could have did more for me was show me what he did.
Yeah, exactly.
To be,
Yes.
to be
To- yeah,
yeah.
great. If they would have did that in the beginning or somewhere,
I think they said it, right?
they said it,
But they didn't show
I
it.
want to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like
In a 4-hour movie, you could have shown it.
Exactly. And like, I
didn't
like
really say
Steppenwolf
it.
way
Huh?
more
He was a
in this
traitor, right?
movie.
Huh?
They said
He was
something
just a traitor. They didn't really say what he
doesn't
did.
He didn't like.
He, like, failed.
betray-
No,
well,
he-
yeah, they say he betrayed.
He,
Yeah, he
he
betrayed.
basically overstepped his bounds. Like he was trying to do more than what he was supposed to.
Yeah, they
He
should've
probably
shown it.
just all he did was just say something.
Yeah.
Darkseid don't take no disrespect.
No, he was like,
Well, what do we do this? You dare question
No, he
Darkseid?
ain't do that. To that. He ain't do that to his
Get off my
side.
planet.
I don't remember the dude.
Side.
Yeah, he didn't do it to him, but I thought he was.
yeah, he was
The
close.
side was like, well, what are you gonna do now? I was like, oh, he about to.
The side
He
was
about to
like-
catch laser eyes. He about to catch
the side
him.
was like low key sunning Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
He was.
But like I like everything about Steppenwolf.
Yes.
And, you know, from the design, from his that armor was crazy.
Yeah, it was
It
moving.
was.
It was like a lie.
I didn't know why it kept moving, but it was
It
fascinating.
was like
It's just
literally armor.
an alien look. It was moving and
Yeah, it
It
looking
was-
weird. It was doing like a wave. It was like,
I like the deeper backstory.
yeah, yeah. His armor just dancing and like,
He was standing still. The armor was like.
You shoot me with arrows.
yeah.
It was pop locking.
I like the deeper backstories,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
especially with the Flash.
Yes.
You got this Well, Flash and Victor.
Yeah.
Man,
I like Victor's, yeah.
Like
I really like Victor.
it showed-
You spoke about
Yeah.
Victor, but Flash, like we got to see his dad.
We didn't
You
get
know
to
what
see
I'm
him in the first one?
We did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought about to say, I didn't. I
But
didn't
it's just
remember
everything else in he was made to seem less important in the other one.
Yeah.
Like him and Cyborg were like relegated to just we're the other guys, the
You wanna see
sidekicks.
Cyborg to the Teen Titans.
Yeah,
on
big
the first
time.
one, Cyborg, all they did was they just showed him getting blown up.
Yeah.
And actually, the joint
Yeah.
was different.
Yep.
Because I think it was an explosion in the theater.
It was.
And
Yeah.
This time it was a car
It was a
accident.
Yeah.
car accident, killed him.
You
Yeah.
know, there's a bunch of different things,
Yep.
man. What about you?
Things that I liked. I really, like I said, Wonder Woman still was shining in the film. The show, I think, even in like when they stepped it up in the animations when they did it, where they went from her being, I guess, like back in the old Superman cartoons, just being like sort of similar to Superman,
Right.
to her being in the new animations being like just as prominent and just as strong. And then they carried that to the movie, I believe.
Yeah.
So they brought that to the movie where she's amazing. She's doing the dopest things, some of the dopest things in the film. I did like the cyborg stuff, like I spoke with you guys earlier. I wasn't sure if he showed arms coming out.
Yeah,
And I was just like, yo, I really like that. Like that's,
Well, they cut
It
most
makes
of
sense
it.
because
They
it
cut
makes
most
sense.
of his
His body
things.
should be
Yeah.
able to do anything.
right,
Yeah.
right. It was adapting. They showed the adaptation in the first film, just like they showed it in this one when Superman showed a threat, then his
Yeah.
supercomputer
Armor attack.
like, yo,
Takes control.
he about to come, and it's like, all right, well, shoot him in the face, something. So the fact that arms came out and adopted, I really like that. I did like the story with the Flash when they showed it talking to his dad, but like I said, I believe that was in the
They
first
did,
one,
yeah.
and I still liked it from the first one, even though like in the whole of the movie I didn't think was good, but I liked that part about Flash. The graphics, of course, Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf looked amazing. I liked I didn't know if that was the same voice.
Yeah, it is.
It was the same
Yeah,
guy, same voice. It was the same lines.
Yep. Well, no, I
But
guess
say, it was just that
a
dude's
mix,
face
but
there.
they added different
This dude
effect to
ruined
his voice. They added more.
Okay, so the
intensity.
effect to the voice
Yeah.
showing him like that.
But
you
it was
could
the same
see,
actor, yeah.
Maybe if they put whatever they did to his face or whatever. I think I was a little thrown off with him having like those little blue eyes, but at the same time, he's alien.
He's alien, it don't
And then
make
he was like, he looked human in the face a little bit, but he was there and he was present and he was trying his best to do something that I didn't feel in the first movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
The purpose.
right,
Look, and-
I like his commentary, like his this
Yeah.
threatening commentary, talking when he told Diana, he's like, "You was supposed to be there for your sisters," and I was like,
It's like, oh, y'all
He's
work.
like,
He
and
said,
then
y'all
like,
working
he
together?
Admitted, like
He
he
said-
admitted Diana, like, and you could have stopped me.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was like, oh, she gonna get mad.
He was like, the Atlanteans and Amazons working together? Look, what is this? He was like, what is
he
this?
had bars,
What
yo.
is this? No, I love that. He was
had
like,
bars,
yeah.
yo.
He first was like, yeah, the Kryptonian's dead. We got this place.
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah,
bag.
he was happy about
He's
that
dead.
part.
Like, that made me
Until-
laugh so
until he
hard
showed
that made me laugh so hard that Superman dying gave everybody the word like, yo, we can take over.
Did y'all hear that?
He dead. Let's go. We got
Let's
this
go
place.
take over the whole planet in the solar
Yeah.
system. What's the
Also,
other?
Wait, Darkseid.
I did like
Just
Darkseid.
the fact that Darkseid was in the movie.
There
Now-
were things I didn't like about Darkseid, but I did like the fact that his presence there, his menacing little face, and his always talking and
Yeah.
not always talking, but always saying something like mean, like you're going to do what Darkseid says.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
going to
let me
listen.
tell you, that was some next level building of an epic villain. Like, that's how you should feel. You should feel uncomfortable. You should be scared. Like, that's the difference, because Darkseid came first before Thanos.
Yes.
Like, Thanos is actually Marvel's
Thanos
sad
is a lot
attempt at
better.
copying. Like, that's their
He was too
style
good.
jacking. Like, because Darkseid was the original, and they proved that.
I didn't feel like there's his anti-equation,
The anti-life.
the anti-life equation that he's looking for. I don't think it was explained as good.
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah,
Because
that
if you
wasn't.
explain Darkseid's want for the end, then it's he's a bad guy that actually he's not just trying to conquer. He
was-
has a reason he wants that thing.
It was like explained in like one little line from Wonder Woman about how it can basically
Yeah,
control everyone,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
their mind.
But it's wasn't in Justice League.
Yeah,
And then the old war.
yeah, the epic.
That
Yeah.
Epic.
scene with Zeus
Yep.
and all them.
And the
I mean,
Green
he got
Lanterns.
shut down by Ares, but
and
I
the
think that was
Green-
what I didn't
The
like.
Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you saw them in there.
Yo,
like,
it's like
I like how
Every time
he tried to grab the ring.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Every time I see that scene, it's like, man, Lantern just be getting handled.
That's
All
what
the
it is.
time, bro.
It's basically
All the
they're
time.
space
They
cops.
so strong.
No, it's space cops. That's all it is. You
They're
know,
so
police they have
strong.
all the power, but they could die like that. Like that's
Man,
space cops.
He
you know?
reached out for that. I was like, it stayed still.
Yeah.
Like it didn't just zoom off the first time.
Nope, sorry.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
wrong answer.
No,
Now
Brian.
I just gotta have one more like the good thing. The ending was just so well placed. Everything made
the dream,
sense.
The dream, you mean?
Oh, you just talking about
No, I'm not talking about that.
Oh, you're just talking about the whole,
Into
the
regular
whole
movie?
ending.
Yeah, the end of the regular. Yeah, I'm not talking about the epilogue. But yet the ending, like Flash's scene, I tell you, if I was in the theaters watching that, I would have been just blown away. Him turning back time the way he did, like that was truly epic. That was dope.
It looked dope.
It took me a second too.
That's
I
the
was
thing.
like,
Like I have to give it to him, but they showed like every league member had a purpose in there, and like especially it proved that like
It definitely gave him more.
it gave him
It gave him more of a presence.
Yes.
I had a big problem with the first movie and him not having a
Yes,
presence.
nothing.
There was a whole bunch of
I mean,
bad things about the Flash
the
in the
freaking
first
Flash.
movie.
And-
Still in this movie, but him having a presence
Yes.
made a lot.
Yeah.
It was
Made
kind
it.
of
actually, honestly, if the Flash wasn't there, a lot of the stuff wouldn't have been.
wouldn't
able
have
to
done.
happen.
Right.
It was twice he turned back time. Twice.
twice.
He did twice. Like when they first brought Superman back, he turned back time just a couple of seconds.
Oh yeah, when the
Yeah,
when the
and
thing,
then-
yeah.
and then
I was
in the
wondering
end-
what that was.
Yeah.
Doing. I was wondering what was happening.
Yeah, he sure did.
It hit the
was
thing and it
already
went
in
back.
the
I was like,
water,
why is the picture
and then
going
it
back
came
up?
back.
Yeah, because he can go so fast, and that's the thing too. Is it without a shadow of a doubt, he's faster than Superman.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
another thing.
yeah.
I'm glad they
Did they
took
call
that
him the
scene
Flash?
Huh?
No, I don't think they called him.
They
Flash.
didn't call him.
No,
the
they
Flash.
didn't.
I'm glad they took that scene out at the end.
With the race,
Where yes.
I liked it. But
It's classic.
It's a classic scene. That's the thing. That's from the comics. Like I still would have liked that.
I mean, I see what you mean,
But-
but it's a classic.
but
thing.
it still was
But the
out
way
of
they did
place.
It was corny.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
sure. They did a lot of
That
corny
movie.
stuff.
Yes.
They did a lot of corny stuff in the movies, bro.
Yeah. It was very. So.
It was
All
very
right.
corny. Some
Go
things
ahead.
are
So-
very corny.
Let's go ahead and start with the negatives.
You ready for
Are
negative?
y'all ready
I'm
for it?
ready.
You ready?
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Okay, well let me start.
Yeah. You start. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Because I know you were going to say it anyway.
Go ahead.
I hate the way Flash runs.
Yes.
I hate
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. It was
There's a
so
lot of
bad.
guys that run track.
Yes.
Nobody runs like
I've
this.
never seen anybody.
I've never
do
seen
this.
Usain do this.
Now I've seen people let their hands go,
Yeah.
but like he.
That's
It's
that
this,
run
though,
was
isn't
so
it?
stupid.
Like, how is this pumping your heart?
And I didn't like his costume. I really don't like
like
the
costume?
I
He had
don't.
these weird
It was weird.
strings.
It looked so hodgepodge and wet and terribly
He
put
didn't have no
together.
money, though.
I can
I
understand.
think Flash in
That's
the
the thing.
TV in the TV show they had money.
Well,
He
no,
didn't
I think in
have
his
Man,
solo
what's that?
movie
He
he's
was
gonna
broke.
have
This
like
isn't, we're not dealing with Spider-Man with the Iron Man spider suit. This is Flash, who done stole some mess to put the suit together.
that's not my problem. He's got some privilege.
Batman didn't even let Batman get some time to make him a suit.
Okay,
Like,
Is he gonna do
whatever.
that, though?
He can pull a Tony
Is he
Stark.
gonna Tony? Gonna Tony Stark
he
it?
just hasn't done
But
it yet.
oh god, just and that first scene with Flash. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I hated that scene. I
talking about with,
when he saved Iris. I thought
Bro,
that was so
I
stupid.
hated that.
It was so stupid.
so dumb.
It was dumb. It
And you
was
realize
dumb.
she's about to die.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then he is admiring her beauty as she's dying.
but he's so fast. It's not a big deal to him.
How about you
I
save
do
her
this all the
first
time.
before you do
Save
all
her
that?
first before you're like react.
was
And then him
saving
putting a damn
was
hot.
not
He put a
saving
hot dog in
her.
her.
He
He
was
stopped
there-
for a second to put a
Bro,
hot dog
she was
in
at
his
least
pocket.
she was at least in a 35 mile at a 35 mile hour.
He's fast as hell.
That was
if
so
you're that fast,
stupid.
And I got another question. How fast are you that when you're standing still, you're still moving fast?
extremely fast.
That's not. I mean, that's
I just
kind
think
of bad,
He
bro.
can turn back time.
It could be true.
That's why it wasn't a big deal. to
it
him.
was just so.
I know
extra.
it wasn't a big deal, but he's just.
It was just
You
so
know, oh
extra.
man, let me do this.
It was so
And he's
extra.
there.
I didn't
he's
laugh
like-
at the hot
he's
dog.
I thought it was stupid. That
I
was
thought
so-
it was dumb.
That was dumb. That was
He did it
unnecessary.
to cover his
The-
tracks.
no, the dog
But he
line.
didn't need to.
He didn't need to.
He's that fast.
She
He
already
doesn't-
saw that he was fast. She realized it.
He
There
didn't
was
need
no
to go feed the
purpose.
dogs back. He didn't need
She
to. He could have just been
Oh, wait,
standing
wait,
back.
Who you talking about? The shop owner?
No, Iris.
I'm talking about the shop
He's
owner.
talking about
Oh,
the
I
shop
don't give a
owner.
shit about
He
that.
did it for the shop owner because he was there.
I don't give a
for-
shit
he
about
was
that.
there.
That wasn't conveyed. It's like he looked hungry.
No, bro.
He looked
was
like
thinking ahead of time.
No,
I didn't
No,
like it.
that wasn't the way you pulled it
I couldn't
off.
stand
I'm sorry.
it.
It was still stupid.
It was ridiculous.
It was just still
bro.
stupid.
It was
I can
stupid.
understand if he was running back and maybe like picked it up and then
I can
then and
understand
there.
if he grabbed her and then moved her and then like was admiring her beauty after he moved her. Right?
Yeah.
She's not a superhero.
Let's
Move
move
on.
on.
She's not a superhero. 35-mile car crash. She would have had a concussion. Even if he was just like,
From the
yo, you
sheer-
didn't stop her
from the sheer
momentum,
force.
bro. You grabbed her out of momentum.
And then at least she could have talked too.
Right. He should have grabbed her and moved with her and put her somewhere. He just took her out of the air and sat her down. Like it didn't. That's
And then she.
It's based in
He
science.
absorbed her speed.
Yeah, is that head canon though, or is that you saying? Is that what
I'm just
really was
saying.
said?
It
No.
just.
I feel you.
I
I
just
feel you.
imagine-
I did too at first,
I
but then
think
I was
it-
like, "Why are you standing there?"
Let us continue.
I think it
Yeah.
wasn't it. It just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. And let's see what else with the Flash. It's just it's not there. It's not there yet. And maybe if with his solo movie, it can establish a little more. But I felt like it just wasn't the way to go with that. You still could have told the story with the dad. That was
was
perfect.
amazing.
I had no problem with that. But
like the dad, too.
that just wasn't a good showcase of the powers. Even then too,
I get that.
which made me mad about the first movie is that they kept saying that, oh, he's like, I just push people and stuff like that. You never really saw him doing things as the Flash, and that was a big
pushed
problem.
One thing.
Yeah.
That was-
And that was the big problem is you don't get superhero stuff until like mad late
Yeah.
after so much buildup, and it honestly hinders that. You need to get that feel right out of
But
the
then
gate.
it's like he don't even. You can tell he's still
Yeah.
understanding his powers because he doesn't
Yeah.
even do the mass
Yeah.
infinite punch or the
Yeah.
infinite mass punch. Or
Yeah, I know
what
what you're
they
talking
call
about.
it?
It's just
Yeah.
the fact that he runs fast and hits people.
Like he could have learned something in the movie other than
Than a push.
Yeah,
He's
than a
learning
push.
on
I mean, he could have put like hands
Yeah.
on plenty of the parademons
Yeah.
without knowing how to fight.
I'm just saying, since
This could have been.
you
plenty
gotta
of
also
ta-ta-ta-ta.
think there's been twice where they showed he saved someone from getting robbed at a store, and then he stopped Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad. So he's already been doing a lot of stuff. So he shouldn't have
Nah,
come
that would've
across
been
as
dope.
such a novice as he did. Now,
That could've been.
I felt like it was better portrayed in the Snyder Cut, but
Yeah,
that was
I agree with
frustrating.
that too.
So what's next? What's next?
I mean, like I showed you guys earlier with the slow motion bullet miss.
go ahead.
The slow motion bullet miss.
With Wonder Woman.
With Wonder Woman, she busting the door. She's literally standing there. She's not using super speed unless slow motion is super
like,
speed all the time. Bro pulled out with the hollow scope on the
Yeah.
AR, right? He got things that help him aim. He even got the thing, so he buzzed early. He pop, 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 pop. Then he decides slow motion on the miss. And then he stood there and then he missed the second shot and then she like dodged, but she didn't need to dodge. The bullet just went under her chin.
Well, they should have
anyway.
cut to a shot of his pants. He was probably shitting
And then like the
himself.
super speed.
He does a second job as a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah, this is the weekly job.
But then they demonstrate their super speed with Wonder Woman later when he's blocking the automatic shots and she's and she's doing that with her hands. And I don't think they portrayed like maybe she should have just blocked the bullets when she first came in. That guy bust. She could have blocked the bullets then. And I don't think slow motion miss is just weird.
I think that Wonder Woman's portrayal kind of, in my opinion, I felt like it went bare bones than what they did in her solo movie. Her solo movie had like it covered her. It covered her portrayal. It gave you more of her who she was,
more of
her
the whip,
feeling,
the lasso.
her passion, and Wonder Woman is supposed to be an epic character, but I feel like Zack Snyder is more obsessed with, oh, she's a cool, strong woman, and that is all we're gonna focus on.
Yeah, there was that, man.
Like all the scenes where
That
she
one
was
part.
having more dialogue and stuff, which, I hated that film, but I liked more of her conversations with Batman, and I felt like we did not get any of that. We only got
the first film, right?
Yeah, from the
there
first
was a lot of
film.
that's what was
those
missing. There was that
conversations were
missing.
really good, and they gave
Yeah.
you more of the Wonder Woman that you saw in her solo movies.
Yeah,
So
you're
that's the only thing from the old movies that worked was you got a little more like she was there on that same level with Bruce. This time she was just it was almost like she's the hired gun. And
pretty
she can handle this, that, and the other, but you're missing those big parts of what made Wonder Woman who she was.
She also she said something to the little girl that was just like
So she
disappointing.
said you can be anything you want to
She was like, "Can I be like you?" She was like, "You can be anything you want to be." And I was like, "Except Wonder Woman."
That's what.
She asked him, she
Let
be
me
you.
tell you, I was like, that is terrible
You should have just been
advice.
like, I
She's
mean, it
gonna
was
get
a
herself
great
shot.
moment, but you
She's
can't
gonna-
be Wonder Woman. What
No,
are you talking
will
about?
Never be me, sweet child. Like, what's this
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't have been in there then.
No, you can be anything you want to be, but be safe.
And then they go on later to be like, yo, she's 5,000 years old. It's like, that's why your little girl can't be her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why most people, most Amazons can't be her.
Yeah.
The little girl
I'm gonna
not
tell you-
even an
I'm
Amazon.
gonna tell you
I was
one
just,
thing.
I was like, oh man,
I'll tell you one thing that I
lying
didn't
to the
like.
kids.
Okay.
Why didn't Martian Manhunter get involved in the fight?
Bro, do we need to go there? Because I'm about to.
He pulled a.
I'm like
face
emotional
from-
about that.
From Doctor
part.
Strange. What's his face with Doctor Strange?
I'm hype. I'm over.
Yeah, the guy. What's his name? What's the Asian guy from Doctor Strange?
You talking about his
Wong.
partner?
Yeah, Wong.
Oh, yeah,
He
Wong.
pulled a Wong from Doctor Strange. Y'all got this.
I'm out.
I gotta protect. I gotta protect the crib. Like,
Like,
Go ahead.
why show up after the fact, after everything is done? What if they would have failed?
Oh
Then
my
you're gonna be like,
God.
I'm going to try to help out.
First
No,
of-
it's too late.
first of all,
Just-
I hate if there's any comic book character I hate is Martian Manhunter.
I don't hate
for
him.
various reasons. I
don't hate him.
cannot stand Martian Manhunter.
What is his real name?
Because John Johns.
Okay, go on.
John Jones.
I'm gonna give my piece
Because
on him in a
it
second.
makes no damn sense. Like none of it. It's literally I'm an alien and my
Right.
planet is no longer so I'm going to chill with you guys and I'm going to help you out. How about this? I'll stay at the house and I'm going to type on computers and be the guy. Y'all can talk to each other. I'm going to be doing the IT and maybe I might go through walls or something. It makes no sense. It's
Yeah,
so
he didn't
help
stupid.
Batman
He didn't
versus
help.
Superman?
No.
He wasn't there for that.
He wasn't there for Man of
He
Steel.
wasn't there for Man of Steel. Now here goes my
Here's
take
the thing.
on.
He was. That's the thing.
No,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
he-
was there.
but we
he
ain't
wasn't
see
there.
him.
We didn't see, right?
So here goes. All right, let me calm down. So he goes.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, Martian Manhunter shows up. I didn't know that they also told everybody that Martian Manhunter was in the movie. I didn't know that, so I was excited when he showed up.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I was like,
Until
oh.
I saw it, and I
Yeah.
was like,
But here goes the thing, man. I might have been sound like I'm nitpicking, just like I said when Diana told the little girl she could be anything she wants, and I was like, you can't be her. He shows up at the end of the movie talking to Bruce Wayne, right? And Bruce Wayne's like, he was like, wait, who are you? And what does he say?
I'm the Martian Man.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
He says, some.
Some call me.
Who is
who
some?
was the son?
Yes.
Nobody knows who you are,
And then-
bro.
and then
You're
not
a
to-
secret. The Martian. You know what the Manhunter
that's
denotes? That you hunt men.
Thank you.
And nobody knows you.
That's nitpicking.
No,
That's-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but nobody knows
a
who
random,
the fuck-
if
who's
a random
calling them
dude,
that, though.
yeah, if a random dude says Martian Manhunter,
This is how I explain it to my wife.
what does that mean?
This is how I explain it to my
me?
wife, right? So let's say I come to you and I'm like, oh, okay, so what do you, some people call me Electric Phil. No, they don't. You call yourself Electric Phil. Yeah, you're right, I do. I call myself Electric Phil. Some don't. There's no way he calls me Electric Phil. He doesn't know me.
I mean, I think it's stupid, but I just think it's stupid because you're revealing it when there's been no lead up to
No
this
lead up.
reveal.
We see his face like one flash.
We've
right?
not seen it
One
at
little-
all.
One little.
And not to mention, he revealed who he really was to no one. Because it was in a hallway where no one else was there.
And then they go, some call me. Like, don't
It's like
say
no-
some,
Somebody
bro.
probably does.
Nothing.
He probably killed him.
But I did
He's a
hear,
manhunter.
I did read from an interview from Zack Snyder that originally that was supposed to be,
Hunts Martian man.
yeah, originally that was supposed to be John Stewart, the Green Lantern.
Do the
That's who he
Martians call
actually
him?
wanted in that, but WB said no, so
the Martians
he came
call
up
him
with this
Martian
reveal. But there was no build up. There's no build up, even though
No, none
we've
at
seen
all.
the general before.
That part
There was no
messed me
build up
up,
to
bro.
that. It was unnecessary. It was stupid.
My son was just like, he was like, oh, Dad is mad. I was like, I'm not mad, bro. I just don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it was stupid.
So I want to get into the epilogue real quick.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Real
Yes.
quick.
Yes.
Okay. So how did y'all feel about the First off, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Everybody loves the epilogue. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it.
I don't.
I didn't
I'm
like
gonna tell
it.
you what I would say.
I liked it a little bit.
One
I did
scene
like
of it,
don't
I did.
like
Yeah,
the
I like
epilogue.
some of it.
I don't like the epilogue if we're not gonna get a movie on it. If you're not gonna give us,
Do
like,
you not think we're going to get one?
I don't know. I'm not.
We're
I
gonna
feel
get
like
one.
We're not.
We're-
But if we're not gonna get anything further than this, then why show it to me? Yeah, don't get me hyped to see
interest.
Batman and
I feel you, though.
And all these guys are dead, and like if you're not going any further, then it's just like it's just fan service at that point.
Right.
And then that looks like a bad situation regardless. You got Deathstroke, what's his name? Merla?
Mira.
Mira.
You got
Yeah, Deathstroke, Batman, Mira.
Batman,
Cyborg, Flash,
and Joker.
No, it wasn't Flash.
Yeah, that was Flash. He was there.
Flash was there.
With the mask?
Yeah, that was Flash.
Because that's
With
the same thing when he shows up back in time. That's the same thing.
That's the
Are
same.
you not sure that was Flash?
That was Flash.
Or that was Adam? That
No,
was like Adam.
that was Flash.
I thought that was Adam.
No,
Yeah, Adam was in the movie.
he was in the movie, but that was the Flash.
I thought that was Adam. Okay.
Yeah, no.
He had the bolt. What are you talking about?
I didn't see it. I was too like.
No, you were too angry, but yeah.
I wasn't that angry at that point.
But no, that was the Flash.
I like that part of the movie, actually.
Now it wasn't bad.
like-
I thought that they made a big deal about the R rating when it was really not worth it.
He said one word.
He said fuck. No, there was 2 fucks in the movie.
I will fucking kill you.
Yeah, but that was unnecessary for
Is
this.
blood
That was-
better than R rating?
Huh?
Yeah.
Blood?
No, the head in chapter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what that thought.
Yeah, that probably led to it, but it was a good conversation. But I feel like a Batman, it should have led to Ben Affleck directing the Batman movie like it was originally meant to. Like 2 scenes were supposed to lead to that.
Might have been interesting.
I did like the redo of the scene with Deathstroke and Lex Luthor. I thought that was perfect. That he was like, oh, by the way, he's Bruce Wayne. He was like, yo,
Let me get a drink.
let's get drunk. Like,
that was all right,
and
bro.
supposedly that was supposed to set up the Batman movie because the whole point was
And then
Deathstroke was going to
but
be
then
like
they show
ruining
us-
Batman's life little by little.
Then they show us on his team, though.
Huh?
Well,
That's the thing. It's supposed to lead up to the
That's
future.
if Lois Lane
So that's what
dies.
you're saying. If the
Yes.
nightmare scene doesn't,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Out of 5 fire emojis, what do you give this movie? And you can do halves if you like.
I could do
2.5.
half of it, like,
2.5. Look,
2.5
2.5 because it was slow,
I was
droll.
thinking that
If you would have cut the slow motion scenes and the scenes of people walking and just reacting down, you would have had a 3-hour movie.
I'm inclined to go with you, but why the point? Why the half?
Huh?
Why the half?
Because of the potential. It was potential. It
I agree
had
with
so
you, man.
much
I'm with you,
potential. Because it could have been the movie. Like if you would have took the color and a little more of the light from the old one and the coherency and epicness from that and mushed them together, you would have had the perfect Justice League movie. And I think for a fact you would have. But 2 directors, 2 visions, 2 people left to their own vices and no studio control is what happens. And that's why, and from number 1, you made your mistake by hiring Zack Snyder to do a Superman movie. And it's been mess up ever since. WB, it's your fault. And apologize to Ray Fisher.
I go with
2.5.
2.5 too, because when you first asked me, first thing in my head was 2, and I was trying to justify the 2.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not that it couldn't have been better, because it definitely could. There was like I said before, there's parts in the movie that I'm in there fussing because I'm like, yo, why? Like when the water's coming, why are y'all standing around?
Yeah.
Like move. Like and then I feel like in the movie, if they would have moved, I wouldn't have. This is just like extra point.
It's
Like
too
there's an urgency. They're showing let's show superhero stuff with water. That's what I'm thinking. Like the Flash I think the Flash was hurt at that time.
He was.
It was like he could maybe Wonder Woman can lasso and fly, and then maybe Batman. And does some other superhero regular stuff, but nah, they literally was like standing around watching a flood. And
What
I
are
was
we
like,
gonna do?
bro. Like, make a move.
Oh.
Stop standing there. And then they stand around another time. And so I like the 2.5. The 2.5 for the movie is good.
I'm going 3.5. 3.5 because.
What's the point for it? The
Okay,
0.5 for
because I wanted to give it a 4.
Okay.
But like I said at the beginning, the rest of the movies aren't based off this Justice League. This is just to me, this is like a what if movie.
Well, I also think I was trying to look from the mindset of if this were to hit when it was supposed to.
Now, if it
how
was
would I
hit,
would
at
have
it
felt.
like
I would
that.
have gave it a 4, but like 3.5 because it was 4 hours is too long.
Yes.
Way too long.
There's a lot of things I like, still a few things that I didn't like. This, if they would have built from this to make the Snyderverse or whatever, I probably would have been like, now imagine.
I totally agree with you.
2017, if this movie would have came out.
I totally agree with you.
Now, I would have said, they giving Marvel a run for their money. I was like,
No,
man,
they wouldn't,
DC's
but-
close though.
They ain't close.
I don't even know if I say close.
They in the race.
Yeah, they be in the race.
They in the race.
But they wouldn't be as far behind as they are now.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
totally agree with
But I like the movie, man. I liked it. Like I said, it's not the greatest.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's not better than Infinity War.
Did you like it as a movie?
You know, maybe on par with one of the first two Avengers movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably better than Ultron.
Yeah, way better. I mean, it would have probably been neck and neck with the original Avengers movie if we're putting it 1-1. But here's the question I have: will you rewatch it?
Yeah. I don't know when, because it took me 7 hours.
That's my main issue. That's my main
hours.
issue is even with that, I have a tough time thinking I might rewatch it because it just felt so long. And I understand the worth of it. And one thing I completely forgot to mention is the 5-3, the 4-3 format.
That didn't bother me that much though.
Oh,
Did it bother you?
Oh yeah, no.
I just think it would have been the best movie to watch on the cell phone, but I don't see the point. And I just think it was unnecessary. It's just a lot of extraness. If you would have toned it down, you would have been good.
Okay. Well, look, you already know what it is. As you see reviews, got my man DB and Phil here. You know what I'm saying? I plan on having different guys for different movies. We're gonna go over all kinds of stuff, man. But you know what it is. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We out of here.